What's up, guys? My name is Adriel Rivera, and I make music in my shed. Joined with me today is my co-host and 11-time National Guard failed guard. He didn't join the National. He's gonna make the National Guard. He tried 11 times.
Yeah.
And Tegan James Pres, Washington.
I'm trying, bro.
And now with us as well, the first guest of the podcast, Boudreau, a.k.a. Conrad, one of my closest friends and collaborators. And today we're going to be talking about my newest song, Number 1. So you might be wondering, what the hell is Connor doing here? Why is he on this podcast?
Who is this guy?
Why are you here, bro?
Bro, who is
why
this?
Are you here? Get out, bro. Why are you here?
Yeah, why are you? Yeah, what are you doing here, guy?
Just kidding. I invited him, guys. And you know why? Because he actually had a huge part in the production of the song because he co-produced this entire song. We actually made this song a few years ago. At this point, this is before Misfortune. We started this before Misfortune.
Yeah.
And Misfortune came out early last year in April.
It's not like it's like a little more than a year. It was like October.
I think it's more than that. I think it might be like,
I think it's October.
I don't know when. But it's been
we were on the cusp
at least
of Misfortune. It wasn't there yet.
It's been at least over a year for this one for sure. So it's been a minute. This one's been a minute. And it's now just coming out because it's finished. And so we brought Connor on the podcast today so that we can discuss the production of this song because he had a huge role in the production of the song. Like I said, it's been years since we produced it. So do we have a lot to talk about? Hopefully, we'll see. I'm sure we will. But before we get into it, let's listen to the song in its entirety. This is Number 1.
Another year I can feel myself getting old. Time moves so fast, but progress likes to take you slow. But boy, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So let's go. Hey, wait, hold up. Destiny told me that it's not your time yet. What? I've taken hits, so how come I ain't high yet? You reach the top, but first you gotta climb it. Don't you know you can't grow gardens without the mud? Don't you know your skin won't harden without the blood? If you want the sun, you gotta take the storm. For conquest to be won, you gotta fight the war. So don't you know you get through all this is number 1. May not be the smartest, but my dream of being an artist is my fallback. Putting so much time is also all whack. I call that underdog. They gon' find out all along. One man built 100 strong, 7 years, 100 songs. Hey, wait, hold up. Destiny told me that it's not your time yet. I've taken it, so how come I ain't high yet? You reach the top, but first you gotta climb it. Bro, don't you know you can't grow gardens without the mud? Don't you know your skin won't harden without the blood? If you want the sun, you gotta take the storm. For conquest to be won, you gotta fight the war. So don't you know you get through all this is number 1.
That was Number 1.
Slapper.
Thank you. Slapper? Bro, I just met her, bro.
Every time, bro.
Ooh, we played it back then. So that's Number 1. That's Number 1. How much do you remember of this, Connor, in terms of production?
Honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
I feel like bits of it were coming back to me.
I'm gonna angle this on you a little bit more.
Okay. I think bits of it were coming back to me as we were listening. Like, I remember we had like record the guitar chords a bunch to try to get it right. Cause like I had like specific chords in mind, but I don't know how to play guitar. And then you know how to play guitar, but then you were like,
I don't know the chords.
Yeah,
like,
you didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, right. Like
so
telling me specific chord names, and then like I don't know how to finger those chords. Pause. Yeah. And so he had to. We bounced off each other for that for sure.
I just remember looking at like the, what's it called? The chord charts.
Yeah, I still do that to this day. I did it the other day with this other song that I worked on. That Connor also technically co-produced.
Another podcast episode
in the future, months of the future, but eventually, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, it was fun. I just remember, yeah, I think we were just like, what if we had like a guitar with a beat and then like it kind of went harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's very like anti-poppy. You know, if people are familiar with the genre, I don't even know how to classify anti-pop at this point.
I don't either.
Like it's
it's like hyper pop, but like
chilled down.
But
a
like
little
yeah,
bit.
like more chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not that this is necessarily a chill song, but
Genres are weird.
They are. They really are. But this is like, I've always wanted to make a song with this kind of energy though, with this kind of sound. And when we finally did make this like instrumental, when we did make it, because we've had the instrumental for over a year at this point, like
right?
Almost 2. I'm pretty positive it's almost 2 at this point, but we don't have the receipts. I can't tell you when. So, but like when we made this, I remember just feeling like this is so good, and I wanted, like, I love this sound. Like I've always wanted to have a song that like sounded like this, and I'm so glad that I finally do now.
Yeah.
You know, it was shelved for a minute because we were working on Misfortune afterwards, and then after that, I had just other songs I was working on, and I kind of forgot about this one. But a while back, I was just trying to crank out like finished songs to get ahead of schedule, like, and really get them done. And I was like, is there any projects that I have that like I could just go back and finish up that I liked, but I didn't, complete it?
Yeah.
And there's a few of them, but this was one of them that I was like, I really should try to finish this up, because I have tried writing. I tried writing to this before, when you weren't here anymore. Which, by the way, we made the song in the studio, in the shed studio.
In the shed.
So, we made this music in my shed. But when you weren't here to work on it, I was doing some writing, and originally, what I had written. Yeah, it was completely different. It was like about a party, and bro, I don't even party, so it's like I did not stick with that at all. But yeah, so I'm actually so happy with how it turned out, the lyrics wise, and everything. But we're here to talk about the production, so let's go into the production.
But like really quickly, I just want to say, or I have a question. Did y'all, when you guys were making like the instrumental, did you know where you wanted to go with the lyrics at all?
No,
I don't think so. I remember like we had like the initial like 8-bar loop, and then we kind of like started adding and removing stuff, and then we were just kind of looping it, trying to write stuff. But like I don't know. At the time I was not much of a songwriter. I'm getting better at it, but I think it's like a process,
Yeah.
And I feel like we were just spitballing stuff and nothing was sticking. Like it just wasn't working.
I do remember just sitting around and like having a headache because we couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
Dang.
But what I do know that we got, that I was like, this is for sure staying, is the woo,
yeah,
like that part. When we came up with that, like I knew that was gonna be the chorus, or at least like the main driving part of it, because I felt like that was just super catchy.
I feel like that's something we do in like all of our collaborations. We always have like some gang vocal or some little vocal melody in the background.
For sure.
Like in Got You, we did that with like the
and Misfortune too.
Yeah, Misfortune has it too. It's just like, I don't know. I just realized that's kind of funny.
Yeah, no, you're right, but it sounds so good. So
it does.
But yeah, so let's start breaking down this production. First things first, let's cover the guitar. I think this has to be the guitar. So this one, and it's funny because we were actually making this in Ableton, right? You can hear the click track of Ableton in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you can catch that.
It's like way in the back. It's like
really,
a metronome. Sounds like a wood block.
Yeah. It's because
I think I caught it at the end.
So basically, like when we recorded this, I remember now that we did it through the speaker. Like we had like the speakers on to play the click track, and we just recorded it. Like we didn't care to put on the headphones or anything like that. And so that was like the final thing. But I mean, it's like I like how it sounds though.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel, like there's a bit that kind of sounds like it sounds like the turn signal on like a car.
Oh
like,
yeah,
clicking along with it a little bit.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
But like I kind of like how it sounds because I feel like it's different than just like a straight guitar, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with this guitar too, like I know for a fact that it seems very seamless, but we took multiple takes. Like those are multiple takes chopped together, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Oh wow.
I think like faded in and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the timing to get like the strumming rhythm right was kind of messy sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I can play guitar, but like I'm not I'm not amazing at guitar. You know, I mean, I think I'm pretty decent, but like there's definitely when it comes to certain chords, it's kind of hard to go in between them. Also, this was on like a guitar that I have that it's over there. You can't see it, so I don't know why I'm pointing it out, but it's a metal string guitar, or what do you call it, copper string. And it's most of the guitars that I play are classical, so they have like nylon strings, and they're a little easier to play. Well, it depends. They're easier to play in terms of on the fingers. They're like easier to press down on, but it's a little harder because the bridge is wider. You know, the neck is wider. Not the bridge, the neck. And so I'm used to a classical guitar, so I'm not used to the force that I have to use to play that one. There are then again too, it is an older guitar, so it kind of like it's kind of more difficult to play. It's like not as nice as like a newer, more expensive guitar that I could buy right now. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why we had to do multiple takes.
So I have no idea about like music stuff. So
yeah.
why did you use that guitar, like instead of a more, you know, your classic sounding guitar or whatever?
Because that was the only guitar I had.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get that new classical guitar that I have back there until last year, like earlier. Actually, I don't know. No, it was last year. I decided to buy it last year because I was like, I want to get a new classical guitar. The one I used to use broke, and so I wasn't able to use it for a minute. And another one that I had, my grandpa made me, which I used that one for Promise of a Parachute, but I don't know when he got me that. And if I don't think I had it at this time. So that's the guitar. Let's move on to this next portion of guitar, I guess. I think no, this is the drums. Everything's in stems, so I'm honestly a little lost right now, but we're good. So this has to be So this is the other guitar. So this is what we got going in here. And now that's sidechained to the kick, right? That's why there's like the
ducking.
Yeah. But I really like this part.
Oh yeah, it gets like super wide.
Yeah. Now actually, when it comes to like the widening of it, that is something that I did in post when I was working on this like recently, like when I was finishing it up. There are some things that I changed in a little bit. Yeah. That
like you bit crushed the thing that.
Yeah. So we have a little plug of the guitar in the chorus too. And that's a guitar plug, and I put a bit crusher on there, which basically just means thank you. It just makes it like a lower fidelity, lo-fi, if you will.
Lower fidelity.
On God. And so I love that sound though, and having it just in the background, I think it works really well. And now one of my most favorite parts about the song that I think really makes it what it is the bass line. That just like growl at the very beginning when it just does it for a second.
Yeah.
It's like that's cool. And then you come into the chorus and it comes in like full force. And I just love how that sounds. Like it drives so much. And even like just that with like the guitars together, like dude, oh my God. And you bring in the drums and it complete like that's basically the entire beat right there. Now, one thing I did add too was I put in a sub bass when I was finishing the song up because I felt like the bass line needed a little bit more meat to it, right? So I had to like do the whole ducking like manually with the sub because like since the drums are all in one bus, I couldn't necessarily like sidechain just the kick, so I had to do like a manual kind of ducking automation. But I think adding the 808 really like helped fill it out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is with the 808 or the sub. That's without it.
Yeah, it's like more thin.
Yeah. You know, so it really fills it.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, that's basically the entire song. Like we didn't. It's honestly like in terms of production, it's a pretty simple song. Like it's not like anything super complicated.
Yeah.
But I think it really like. It really has like a lot of energy though. We mentioned this in another podcast where it's not a lot of times it's the space between sounds that really makes it. And I think this is one of those instances where it's like less is more. You know? And so bringing it in with the vocals, you know, this is what we got.
No, you can't grow gardens without the mud. Don't you know?
And so one thing I want to point out is that when it comes to the woo, 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 that's me and Connor singing.
Oh wait, I'm on that too?
Yeah.
Oh.
You So
see, I don't remember that. I don't know.
You see, it's funny that you say that because this was a few months ago where I asked you, Connor, can you sing on this for me? And
oh wait, I sang you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you
yeah,
said.
yeah. That's what...
Dang, he didn't even remember it.
I don't. No, that's crazy. I forgot about that.
It's so funny.
Because when I was listening, I was like, bro, I kind of feel like I hear Connor here, bro. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but...
Nah, it's just you, because I didn't hear me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like I heard it.
It's you're very blended. We're very blended in together, you know? So
nice.
it's but yeah, like I wanted to have it like more like filled out though.
Let's go.
Not just my voice. So when I was finishing the song up, and like I finally I finally wrote to it and then sent it to Connor, and I was like, I don't even remember what I told you. I was just like,
you were like add some more like ooze or something. But then, oh wait, yeah, no, okay. I remember I got confused because I thought you were talking about this other song that you sent me.
Oh
also,
yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
where do ooze belong on this? Like, I wrote it.
Yeah, right.
You're like, no, not that one. This one. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I sent him another song that I wanted him to help me out producing, and like there was like vocal chops in it that was like, and he was like thinking like, do I sing the vocal chops?
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't know.
But yeah, no. So I sent Connor the song, and I just kind of wanted to surprise him and be like, hey, look what I finished, basically, you know. And then
I was surprised.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You like remembered it though, right?
Yeah. Like I heard the beat and I was like, wait, this sounds familiar. And I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's crazy. You like finished it. Yeah. I kind of just assume like I have this problem with like everything where it's like if like 6 months pass like after making like a song or something, like it's just like it's probably not gonna come out.
No,
it's like
I get
dead.
you. Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah, no, I get you. And I mean, like, same here. Like, I mean, when I have projects that I worked on a long time ago, after some time, you kind of develop into a different kind of, like, not, I want to say artist, but, like...
A different sound.
Yeah, you're constantly evolving your sound. And so a lot of times, things that I made, I have instrumentals that I think are really cool from 2019, but it's just not my sound anymore. So I'm not really going to make a song with it. But this, I feel like I still wanted to make a song that sounds like this. So this never really left my sound pool, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's why I finished it. I felt like it's like I wanted to release it. Yeah, and so I wanted to fill out the ooze a little bit, and since Connor also helped me like write that, like, you know, that wasn't just me writing those ooze, like Connor helped it. I was like, it'd be cool if we got Connor to fill it in too. So he sent me his vocals, and then we threw them in there, or I threw them in there, and like finished the mixing and mastering, and that's the production.
That's the song.
Well, okay, wait. We also recorded bass.
Oh, you're
verse.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. So we
like,
recorded. Well, go ahead.
Well, like you were saying before, like simpler, like less elements is good. But I also feel like when you have less, when you add stuff, it's like much more noticeable.
Significant, yeah.
So like the first verse, like we didn't have any, other than like the bass growl from like the chorus bass. We didn't have like acoustic bass or anything, and then we were like, oh, it'd be cool if we added that in like the second half, and I think it turned out pretty cool.
I do too. Yeah, just to point out to you guys, this is me playing the bass.
Sounds clean.
Yeah, I remember when we made that, you even said like this sounds really good.
Yeah.
even when we did Misfortune too, we did an electric bass for that. And then like I remember you were saying like
just had like a bunch of post processing.
Yeah, like, and you're like, this sounds like a synth almost.
Yeah.
It's yeah. No, I love instruments. You know, adding them into my songs and things like that. Like I feel like. Yeah, no, I mean it sounds good. You know, put it all together. Let me mute my vocals real quick, but putting this all together. Yeah, so that's the song. That's the song. The production of the song in its entirety. It's a decently simple song.
Yeah,
it's really not much to it.
There you go.
But it wouldn't have been made without Connor. You know, we wouldn't have made the song without him. So he has a co producer credit on there. If you look at the song on Spotify and you click the 3 dots and you say show credits, you're gonna see Conrad on there.
They show that now.
Like, oh yeah, they show that now on the thing too.
On desktop, like I'm pretty sure, like if it just says it, like the full name and everything.
On mobile, it does it too.
It does. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
For me, at least, I don't know if it's like updated for everybody yet, but yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, I mean, they'll see you on the production, and yeah, so thank you, Connor. Thank you for the help.
For context,
thank you,
Connor. What kind of music do you make? For the people that don't know.
Yeah, I make like electronic pop type stuff. It's honestly, I feel like it's kind of all over the place, but like I also do like to make like indie leading stuff because like I listen to a lot of indie music, so I feel like I'm kind of all over the place in terms of pop, but like everything's like pretty electronic influenced. So like for this one, I would say like the bass sound is like something I would normally use in like my other tracks. I think it was actually just like a preset that I made in Serum, which is like a software synth. So I feel like I always try to incorporate like certain sounds into my ideas, and yeah.
So I have a question for you. We'll get into a little Q&A for Connor since he's our guest on this podcast. My question is, do you have any plans to produce for other people in the future? I know you did this, you know, you have a production credit on this song now. I mean, because you co-produced it, but let's say like another bigger artist comes by, you know, or even the same level as we are right now. It comes by and like, hey, would you be interested in co-producing or like can you give me something to sing on?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I think totally, yeah. Especially if it's an artist that like I already listened to. I think and I have like a sense of their sound. I think I totally would be down. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's really reached out to me, so I don't know.
In due time.
Yeah. If anybody watching this, if you are also an artist, and you like Connor's sound, feel free to reach out to him.
I want to actually think like some like indie pop artists are really cool that like I'm trying to think like Tiffany Day. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I haven't. No.
I would love to produce something for her. She's very talented.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're shooting the shot, Tiffany, bro.
No, it's just
if you're out there and you're listening.
I think she produces though too, so she probably doesn't even need me. So
hey, I don't need you necessarily, but we still got something. We still got stuff.
True.
But yeah, I wanna talk a little bit more about you, Connor, because I think you're having a really awesome moment right now in terms of your music, and I want to get more not perspective. Well, yes, yeah, perspective. Just how it's been, how it feels like. So for context, for everybody else, Connor has been. I mean, he's been releasing music for a minute. Like it's been a few years. But recently, these last 2 songs. I mean, you just released a song, Back Down, and I think, as of now, from what I can tell, I mean, the first week release is doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
You know. But before that, you had another song, Me and You, that did really well on TikTok before you released it, and when it came out, now it's hit it. You said like this week it got on Discover Weekly and hit its peak streams, right?
Yeah.
That it's ever had.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So like going into and I mean now like we've talked about it, like there's some cool little doors creaking open a little bit for you because of this, and so I just want to just hear what you have to say about it, especially with TikTok and things like that, because you've been posting decent, like pretty consistently these past few months, and I've been happy being able to watch it, like just as like a fan of your music, like the content coming out. I'm like happy to see you making content, but now that it actually has gotten to like the thousands of views for some of these videos, like how do you feel now, with the content reaching a wider audience than it was before?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a big motivator for me. Just because I don't think making music your focus should be making it to capture the attention of people, because like if you're just doing it for clout and attention, like you're not going to be a very creative individual, and like the music should still come from you, and you should just hope that the audience just finds it. But I think with the way things have become recently in the music industry, like things being so saturated and it's hard to find your audience, like it's pretty encouraging to like just put out music that you've been sitting on, or music that you made that you like, and find that like it resonates with a lot of people. And I think with my song Me and You, like I kind of had like a mini moment on TikTok.
I mean let's give some numbers so people have like an idea of like what it's generated for you.
I'd say, I think in terms of like views on videos, like for all the videos I posted for, it's probably like over 200,000, but that's like spread across like 20
platforms,
videos. Which like that's cool. But like I think ultimately like translating those into fans is like the real challenge of like because like I don't know, sometimes like you can post something and people think it's cool, but then like it was just a momentary like swipe, they'll just like it and move on.
It's one thing generating attention, it's another capturing it. For sure, I get you.
So
but well, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, but like at the same time, it's also like super encouraging, because it's like when a video like performs well or something like that, it's like it's kind of like validating. It's like, this music is good. I do know what I'm doing. Like exactly. that's cool.
No, and I'm happy to see it for you too, because it's like I know how long we both been doing this for, and like to see you, like getting the attention that I feel like you deserved for so long. Thank you. It's like I'm really happy. I'm really stoked. And now, like, because I mean that's TikTok and Instagram. How have those numbers translated to Spotify, or just other platforms in general?
It's been good. So for Me and You, like I had a lot of the videos that I had performed well like 2 weeks before the song was even out. Just because I was kind of talking to someone who was giving me some marketing advice at the time, and she was saying like building up as much data as possible about your audience is like key for a successful release, which I don't know if I did that correctly, or if I like leveraged it correctly.
I would say so. I don't know. I agree with that, because from experience, and the only reason why So Close has 1 million streams right now is because of the data it collected through that ad campaign. And so since like I have access to your artist stats, like seeing the trend of it, like it's very similar to what I experienced, where the first you get like you have a good initial push and stuff like that, but it isn't until you get like a little further down the line where you'll start to see bigger spikes out of nowhere. And like 3,000, you got 3,000 streams on Monday, no? Like in one day.
Dang. I would say it, like I feel like it's kind of come full circle in my head a little bit, just because like I remember I was really disappointed the first like release week, because like I felt like I was drumming up all this hype on TikTok for the first time, but then like it came out, I didn't get playlisted anywhere on Spotify, which like again like those aren't the things that you should be making music for, but it was still like kind of discouraging, because I was like, come on, like this is like a home run right here, like it's gotta work,
I get you.
And so I was a little disappointed, admittedly, when none of that happened, but like I don't know, I didn't really put like a ton of money into it or anything, or like pay people to promote it or anything. It was really cool to just see like I got like a good number of streams just from like organic following and from people just being interested in the song, which like I don't know, like it's kind of hard to do that as an independent artist sometimes.
Sure.
So
for sure.
So that was really cool. So but like recently I found that with like the algorithm, like Spotify's algorithm, like they started to pick it up more and like push it out in their algorithmic playlist. So like radio and Daylist and Discover Weekly has been like my biggest one.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it should ride on that Discover Weekly train for a minute. Like you should be in Discover Weekly for a minute after this now.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see where it goes. What is the stats laying at right now? Like you're close to 50,000 now.
Yeah, I think I'm at like 50,000 streams right now. Like 10,000 of those came like just this week. So
that's crazy.
Which is kind of crazy. So I think that's kind of also been like a motivator to get back into like posting it on TikTok and stuff, because like I don't know, I feel like it's really easy to give up, or not give up, but like stop posting about something just because like I don't know, people's attention spans wane, and so does yours too as an artist. Like you've got other songs that you want to put out and share.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like really easy to just kind of like let go, but I feel like because it's kind of having a moment right now, even if it's a small moment, like you should try to like capitalize on that and share it with more people. So
yeah, and I mean the recent content that you posted about it, they still like drawing in new attention. Like you had one slideshow that has like 5K right now, right? Views.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just there's something about it. I don't know if it's the lyrics or the drop. I don't. There's something about the song that's really resonating with people. So it's really cool to see. So
yeah, it is really cool. Yeah, and I'm super excited for like what else you got coming up. And, like everything. And I'm excited to see like how Back Down performs as well. Because that one is doing decent as well, and it's cool because before me and you, when you would have your release days, like I remember we talked about one of your other releases, like Guess Not and stuff like that. How like you said like getting the first 1,000 streams was like difficult. At least I think we talked about that.
No, for sure. I think like with my most recent release, Back Down, like I think it's about at 2,000 streams, and it's been out for about a week. Exactly. And it's crazy because like I think like a couple of years ago that would like blow my mind, and like now I'm just kind of like, that's cool, I guess. Like it seems that it has a good start, but like it's interesting. Yeah, for sure.
Right. One more thing I will say on record. I remember before you released Me and You, I told you in confidence, like this song, I'm pretty sure is gonna hit 100,000 streams in the first year. It's already at 50,000, and it's.
I don't remember you saying that.
I can guarantee you we can look back at the text messages, and there's a text about 100,000 streams in the first year.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty confident of that now.
Yeah, but I was confident from the start. So
thank you.
So
early believer right here.
Early believer. I'm taking the credit for the confidence in here. But yeah, man. Any questions that you have on the top of your head for Connor right now?
I mean, the only one is like when are we making a song? But we can talk about that later.
Yeah, we know we have to.
Before we wrap this up, I do want to mention one more thing, because we had talked about this and we had a good conversation. But maybe there's other things that we didn't get to talk about. Your recent trip to LA. Yeah. Where you got to meet a lot of cool people over there, and just like make some connections. Any cool experiences from that, and any lessons that you've learned that you think might be worth sharing with the audience for this episode?
So I think the internet is a magical place, both in like what you can learn from it, but also like the people you can meet, and of course that's a double-edged sword. Like some people are terrible and you should never meet them, but yeah, I think I've been lucky to cross paths with a lot of like really talented people on like Instagram and TikTok who are also like really like amazing artists who are good at what they do. And funnily enough, a lot of them live in LA, which I think it just makes sense, because like it's just kind of like an artist community out there, and everyone's like doing sessions with each other and like working on music together all the time. And so I kind of wanted to try being a part of that for a week. So I like last year when there was like a flight sale on Southwest, I just booked a flight for a random weekend. Yeah. Or a random week. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna take off work and try to meet up with some people that I've met on the internet who live there, and hopefully it's not awkward and it'll be fun and we'll make music. And I'd say it was a success. So I would definitely recommend it if go visiting your music friends if you make any on the internet. So
and the timing is perfect too, because this is like you weren't planning for me and you to do like the numbers that did, and like just like you going there around this time, it's just like it happened to line up, I feel like, perfectly, you know. I don't know if you met anybody from, because I know there's some people that have found you through that song.
Yeah.
I don't know if that you met anybody in LA during that period, but I feel like the timing is just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't, like, honestly, the pickup in streams happened after my visit, but like a lot of the people who I talked to there who I hadn't met in person before, they're like, oh yeah, it was like really cool seeing your song do well on TikTok and stuff. So it's kind of like cool to see that like other people are aware of the things you're doing, and like vice versa. I'm very aware of like a lot of the like videos and stuff that people have been putting out in their music, and it's really cool to see what they're going to be doing next as well. So
for sure.
But yeah, it was a really enlightening experience being there, just because I feel like music is the forefront of everything in LA. Yeah. And I don't know, like being in Chicago, it's like it's better than most cities, but like LA is just different. I don't know.
It's built different.
It's built different. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. So thank you so much, Connor, for sharing everything. Thank you for helping me with the production of the song.
Thank you for having me.
I just want to mention to you guys, I release a song every month on the 25th, and so if you want early access to all of my latest releases before anybody else hears it, feel free to join my contact list in the show notes down below. Now, do you know what time it is?
No. What time is it, Adriel?
Quote of the week time.
What?
Quote of the week.
It's quote time.
It's quote time. All right, let's start. We won't put Connor on the spot right now. We'll start with you.
Ooh.
Or do I go first? No, you go. You go, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
Me and Connor, you can go last with your quote.
Okay.
All right. So I got a quote from I don't know how to say his name because it's 24K golden, but like
isn't it 24 karat golden? No.
See it? I don't know. Is it carat? Like I know that's what it stands for.
It sounds goofy if it's carat.
But like, yeah, like but I don't know because it could be. But he recently dropped a song called Good Intentions, and he said, "Plaques on every wall, but they from 2021. Take a picture, smoke a swisher, reminisce on what it was." And man, I like that he acknowledged that like he had his time in 2021, but he's still out here, still hungry, still hungry. But he made Mood. I don't know if you remember that song. Why You Always in a Mood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big TikTok song.
Yeah, now you mention it.
Yeah. And so, man, like I hope that doesn't happen to me. Like I hope I don't have my moment and then like I'm just off on the side doing my thing. But it seems like he's coping with it fine. He's been dropping bangers, so check him out.
I mean, I feel like if your life changes to a degree from that moment, like even if you're not at that peak again, if your life is different from before that moment, like you're living the way you want to live, you're making money from what you love doing, and you weren't before that moment, does it really matter?
I mean, yeah, like you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like that one though. Thank you for sharing. My quote is let's do the dishes and clean up the mess we made.
Oh my god.
This one's from Conrad. This is a song that I love from this guy that he made so long ago and has not released it. And I'm starting to doubt that he's ever going to release this song because I love this song.
I mean, you have to now.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I don't know. I feel like a lot of that song was made very quickly, and I think when you do that, like it's good because it's kind of like a very very like spontaneous like creative burst, you know, and you can get your best ideas down really quickly. But then like sometimes when you sit on it for too long, which is what I made the mistake of doing, it just like little things about it just seem to just like they don't sit right with you. So I don't know. I could revisit it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I guess you.
I feel like maybe you should like post a snippet or something
and see what it does.
Because I felt like that one time, and then I posted the snippet, and I've gotten the most swipe ups on my story that I ever have, and I was like, okay, it seems like this is one that people want.
Yeah,
I would recommend. And I think just building a catalog is very important. You know, like Nick D. He said this in his book where to get 1 million streams, like if you only have 5 songs, like if you
Right.
want to get 1 million streams a month to make like $2,000 a month, if you only have 5 songs, you're going to need to spread those 1 million across 5 songs as opposed to having 100 songs and spreading that 1 million across 100. It's a lot easier. And Nick D says it's a numbers game more than anything. And so I mean, I have a bias because I release a song every month, so my catalog's gotten really decently large at this point. Even before the song a month thing, I did have like an album and like, you know, other things. So like I can attest to that. I feel like, you know, having a catalog is dope. Is like it's good. Almost every single one of my songs has at least 1,000 streams at this point, you know, and it's close to 100 songs. So the more catalog, the more, you know, the easier it is to attain those numbers.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And I think you should release that song.
We'll see.
I second that. I haven't heard it, but I think you should release it too. Because if he believes in it, I believe in it.
I'm good.
Yeah, I've gotten compliments about it. I don't know. It's more of like a personal thing. Like it just doesn't sit with me. But
Guys, go bully him in the comments.
no, and this is where I'll say the flip. Like if you as an artist have complete control over whether you want to release something. So if it doesn't sit right with you, like you don't have to listen to everyone else either. So
Yeah, okay, whatever. No, that's fair. That's fair.
All right, Connor, what's your quote? What's your quote for the week?
My quote, because I don't know why I feel like we're in like a music marketing mood today, but
For sure.
it's a release day is just day one. It's a quote from a artist named Lyra, and she's on a song with my friend Daniel Allen, that's kind of having like a huge moment right now. And they were posting like a bunch of videos talking about it, like the process, because like they went from it getting like a few thousand streams a day to like 100K a day, like recently.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they were talking about how when they put the song out in August of last year, like they kind of didn't think it was gonna have this like huge moment that it is now.
Yeah.
But I think it's been kind of motivational to see them like have such success with a song, and like kind of motivates me to be like, you know, don't give up on your art. Like the lifetime of a song is so much greater than like the 2 weeks after it comes out, you know, like
For sure.
Yeah.
like you have to, if you really believe in the song and you believe in its message, like you need to sit on it and really put it out there.
For sure.
So
Yeah, I agree with that. I resonate with that. And especially like with doing a song a month, it's really easy to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, but I do have songs that I really believed in when they came out. I still believe in, and I would love to try to push them as much as possible.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even with like, you know, like I mean, Me and You is still a recent song that you put out. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, you're still seeing benefits from it after
Yeah.
it being like a month, you know.
For
and
sure.
So it's like, yeah,
I think
it's very relatable.
I think that's one of the cool things about TikTok is that like you see a lot of pop culture trends and songs like resurface that like you would have thought that they'd had their moment, like been gone, but like you see songs from like the 80s and 90s like pop up again, and or songs from like 20 years ago that like used to be popular or maybe never were popular becoming like big.
Right.
And I think that's really cool just because like I don't know, that's been life-changing for a lot of artists, and like your art just hadn't found its home yet. So
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
Thank you so much for being here, Connor. I
Thank you for
appreciate you
having me.
being here. If you guys enjoyed this episode and you enjoy the podcast, please feel free to leave a review. I listen on Spotify, and so Spotify has star reviews. So if you're a Spotify user, 5-star review if you like the podcast would be appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Actually, before we go, Connor, where can they follow you at?
Hey_Conrad on everything.
Cheers!
Beautiful.
And it'll be in the show notes, but we're also in the show notes as well if you want to give us a follow. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I make music in my shed.
Yes, he does.